It's not legal advice. It's one father's opinion of how he bettered his situation in the family court ridiculousness. So, not legal advice, not legal advice, not legal advice. Is that clear enough? They lied to us. We know they're lying. They know we know they're lying, but they keep lying anyway, and we keep pretending to believe them. Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Basically, there are two fundamental realities as a man that you must keep in mind when you're entering the family court system. First, it's a corrupt element of our present legal system that I believe needs to be radically reformed for the good of society, for the good of families. Second, the family court's default position is to side with the ex wife and mother in terms of division of property, custody of children, and child support and/or alimony, one or both. Therefore, simply be aware and set your expectations based on these present realities. You're going to receive a legal verdict via mediation or a case or something. This court is going to declare in the mother's favor to some extent, unless you can somehow present strong evidence against her character and conduct. Even then, the best you might hope for is a tie. This is a hard pill to swallow for any man, but you must come to grips with these unfair realities of family court quickly, while at the same time processing the fact that your wife is now a foremost advocate against you, against your character and credibility in a legal setting. Maybe your divorce isn't high conflict and you've avoided this, but probably not. Now, as a man, you need in this moment to compartmentalize strong emotions and any lingering sense of loyalty you have for your soon to be ex wife. This is exactly what you must do because your wife is now your opponent. So lay strong feelings and desires aside for now so you can focus on this potentially unforeseen battle that's in front of you. You must do this. You must do this because the potential consequences are severe and legally enforceable. Right? This is an unfair reality, but it is what it is. I bet they never told you that marriage and fatherhood are crimes in waiting for a man. Just add divorce and a bitter spouse. So, what do you need to be prepared to do? You need to be prepared to defend yourself in an aggressive and proactive way. If your wife was secretly planning this divorce out months or maybe even a year in advance, you need to recognize the battlefield. You are mentally and practically behind her, so you need to catch up as best you can. You need to find a good family lawyer that can advocate for you. Ideally, based on the system you're entering, find a lawyer who has already faced whatever opposing counsel, whatever other lawyer your wife has decided to hire. If the lawyer you can find also knows and is respected by your judge, whoever that might be, all the better. Now, the need to hire a lawyer and shell out a significant amount of money to defend yourself is part and parcel of the corruption of this part of our legal system. I didn't need a family lawyer to get married. In some sense, the church and other religious assemblies have been co opted to get young, naive couples legally married, right? Marriage is a good thing. I'm pro that institution even as it needs to be reformed, but they've naively been co opted to get young couples legally married, only to what always happens. Upon difficulty and divorce, the church, the community, the religious organization completely abdicates all authority and discretion to a civil entity that has clearly overstepped appropriate and reasonable power. But you need a lawyer because these are your present circumstance and it is what it is. So you need to ask around for help finding a good family lawyer. It's like paying into a legalized version of family court mafia, but presently you don't have a choice. If you feel that you're able, you can represent yourself, but it's probably not going to go well. A final step that you need to take to help manage the drama and chaos and overall ridiculousness of family court is you need to do your best to collect evidence against your wife and in favor of your own character and credibility. Stuff that's documentable to both defend yourself and cast doubt on whatever testimony she might give or maybe has already given at the point you're listening to this. Ideally, presenting a strong front in this way will hopefully bring down the temperature of your situation and allow for mediation. This is especially the case if your ex wife and her lawyer have been anticipating just steamrolling you in court because they're more prepared than you are. Here's the reality: if you've lived with any person for several years, you have dirt on them. So you have dirt on her. You just need to track it down and document it. So your goal over the coming weeks, and a family lawyer can likely help you with this, is to create a documentable train of evidence, pictures, text messages, emails, family schedules, general routines that lends credibility to your character and pressures her to back down and become reasonable. What can this include? Text message chains that cast doubt on her narrative as you as a bad father. Because, oh, what do you know? She left town for a weekend to visit her parents and she felt comfortable leaving the kids with you for three days. And that was just 4 weeks ago. But they were somehow unsafe to be around this man. The testimony of friends who are clearly on your side, you need to make sure of that, and willing to advocate on your behalf if needed. Any pictures that you can find that corroborate her particular issues or flaws are also beneficial to include. Is she on prescription medications? Does she drink heavily? You might not want to go here, but you need to go here. Your goal is to create a context for equitable, peaceful negotiation. This aggressive posture, hear me now, could be the difference between regular, normal time with your children or limited supervised visitation once or twice a month. That's what could be presented for you, right? Do you want to see your kids through plate glass or do you want to be a normal dad? All right, then you got to go here. A strong front could be the difference between you ending up homeless for the next year or merely surviving with enough to rebuild your life and fight again another day, a year or two later. Well, I hope that was beneficial. This was not and is not intended to be legal advice in any way, shape, or form, even though I feel retarded having to give that qualification. I'm not a lawyer. If you need a lawyer or you need legal advice, hire a lawyer. Uh, if you take this as legal advice, well, whatever. It's not legal advice. It's one father's opinion of how he bettered his situation in the family court ridiculousness. So, not legal advice, not legal advice, not legal advice. Is that clear enough?